On the first Sunday of the year 2022, Mr. Kingsley Irabor came to the International Worship Center of Omega Fire Ministries to testify of the miracle God did in his family after the ministration of the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman at the Shepherd's House Assembly in Abuja.
Our sister, who is the wife to this great man standing here, had prophecies, encounters, and dreams that somebody is going to die in the husband's family. They were panicking. Just within a short while, his own senior brother was attacked. When he was attacked, he became lifeless. They carried him, took him to UPTH, Benin. He was in the oxygen for 3 months. At the end of the day, he died. That's not the news. When they told him that his elder brother is dead, he was in Abuja. And the Restoration Apostle was in Shepherd's House, Abo Waters. He said, I am in Abuja, and the oracle of God is in Abuja. Please, tell the mortuary attendant not to do anything on the body of my brother. Because they have already moved the corpse to the mortuary. They now drop the brother's body somewhere.
After the service, a team from Celebration TV traveled to Benin City to locate the family who God had visited and brought their son back to life. Here is Mr. Johnson Irabor, the actual person who was brought back to life by the grace of God after the prayers from the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
My name is Inspector Johnson Irabor. I'm a policeman by profession. I stay at Ogida, Benin City, Edo State. Early November 2020, I fell sick. Then I was taken to UPTH, where I was admitted. Then I was on oxygen because I was unconscious and I can't breathe fine. I was at UPTH for about 3 to 4 weeks. Though I was not myself because I was unconscious, I don't know what happened to me. But when I regained myself, my younger brother, who was with me at UPTH, told me that the doctor who came to examine me confirmed that my enemy was dead. Then they now kept me aside. I wanted to take me to mortuary. My younger brother was staying with me. His name is Christopher. He started making calls, informing my people that my enemy has passed on. My younger brother, Kingsley, who stays in Abuja, told the one with me at admission that they shouldn't take me to mortuary, that he's going to see his father in the Lord, Apostle Johnson Suleiman. That was how that my younger brother in Abuja rushed that the apostle is coming to me. He's in Abuja on the program. So he gave him my picture and told him that this is the condition I was sick. They took me to UPTH and the doctor confirmed that I was dead. So that's why he come to see apostle. Then the apostle now have to pray with him. After the prayer, Apostle Johnson Suleiman told my brother that God has reversed my case. That God has reversed my case. That was how my brother, when he left the pastor, Apostle Suleiman, he now called my brother, who called him, informing him about my death. That when I told him that I have revived. That was how the doctor now come to confirm that my enemy that was dead, that I have got back my life. I am a policeman. I'm Inspector Kingsley Irabor, attached to TESTIMONIES Police Station, Benin City. I thank God that God used the man of God to pray, and I received my healing. As you can see, I'm alive, I'm healthy, and I've since resumed work.
Mr. Obenya Michael, a close colleague to the testifier who was aware of the incidents, also shared his side of the story of what had happened.
And by the grace of God, when I was told that my colleague was sick, I was so worried. I said, how can it be? Because when he went for special duty, he was head and heady. Okay. So it was when he came back that somebody told me that Mr. Johnson is seriously sick. I said, how come? So I'm inquired, where did they admit him? So somebody told me that he was admitted somewhere at a Siloko Road. So okay, anytime I'm chance, I will go and check on him. So after some days, about 3 days later, a lady ran to our office that the condition is very critical. So as a colleague, we were touched. So some of us now rushed to the hospital. When we got to that place, we could not meet him. They said it's no longer there. So we had to wait till after about 3 or 4 days before the news now came in that he was admitted at UBTH. Okay. UBTH. So say the condition is very critical, that it was a non-stadium. So that's okay. On my own part, I was praying for him. So it was not later on, because where he was admitted, they did not allow anybody because of the condition. So it was later, about a week or 2 weeks, that the news now came in. Somebody was saying whether he is dead. So we were not satisfied with the news we got. So at the end, it was after some days, now that we now got another news that by the grace of God, it's alive. When I got there, I met himself, a brother and his mother, 3 of them. So where he was admitted. Okay. So now stay with them. I myself, I was not satisfied. Okay. What I was saying when I said this man cannot die. Wow. So it was when I got to see him in the hospital. So I was not satisfied. My name is Obenya Michael. Okay. I work in the Testimony division. Okay. It's a colleague. The man in question is a nice man. So that's why I believe with God on his side, God decided to keep him.
In a bid to get more light to the story, the crew proceeded to meet the mother of the testifier, who further confirmed the wonder she saw at the hospital and how God showed her family mercy by bringing her son back to life.
I'm very, very happy that our eyes have seen the new day of today. Glory be to God. The time when my son go course for promotion course, not sick. As he come that very day, I see him. He say, Mama, they feel headache. I say, what type of a headache will they say? I said, tomorrow you will go hospital. Carry water in bath. In the morning, now he ready. He said they go hospital. As he was there, they phoned me. They say, make I come hospital. My son case don't change. I said, which headache they were, I don't turn to another thing before we come carry and go UBTH. As we read there, they were running up and down, praying everywhere. They are running, all the doctor, all the nurses. No way. Faith don't come again. They carry, they say, they will carry and go where they will test them. Whether na mortuary or not, they fixed computer, everything for the room. I say make her enter. They say make we carry our bag. They say, Mama, you cannot enter. I say, one, I'll go enter. Now my son, my first son, make I come peep again. I can't see my son. They take white cloth cover him. Hey! I say, I shout there for the side. Then one of the nurses say, what did they want this woman? We say, make una all enter. Now they enter, you still enter here. I say, yes, I will enter. Not my son, when I take a cloth cover, so white cloth. Before they come, say, make I go back. I say, if they breathe. Now the nurse, yes, they breathe small. God is a miracle God. He don't come back again. Now so we see him for the sake of my son. I'm happy now.
He went to Papa and extended a picture that he had in his phone. Papa laid hands on the picture and spoke life. Papa said, I speak life. I speak life. I speak life. Papa touched his forehead. After he left where Papa was, they called him back. That they are calling them at the mortuary.
My name is Kingsley Irabor. I reside in Nasarawa State, Nigeria. The testimony that I'm about to share is the testimony of my senior brother, Johnson Irabor. He's working in Benin at Texas Road Police Division, Edo State. Sometime 2 years ago, to be precise, he was sick. And at where they went for course, so we're in Ila in Osho State. He was very sick. They took him to about 3 different hospitals, and there was no solution, and he was referred back to Benin. From Benin, he was being admitted at UBTH, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. After he spent some days there, the situation was getting out of hand. My family members, my mother, my senior brother, Kingsley Irabor, they were all calling me to come over, that the condition of our elder brother is very critical. And by then, I told them that I don't have money at hand due to the financial imbalance challenge I was facing, but I was praying about the situation. While they were calling me to come over, the pressure was much, and to God be the glory, I made one or two contacts to inquire if Papa was around Auchi, and I was told that he was coming to Abuja for a program at Shepherd House Church, Apo, Abuja. I traveled down to Nasarawa State, down to Abuja to attend the program, and to God be the glory, at the first day of the program, at about few minutes to 9 p.m., while Papa was ministering, they called me from Benin that my senior brother, who was sick, the person of Mr. Johnson Irabor, has passed away. And the pressure was much. They were all calling me there and there that he has passed away. They are about taking him to mortuary. I can feel it at the background of the phone. My mother was crying, my brother was crying, and I told them they should not distract me, that I'm in a conference. I will make it possible for me to see the oracle of God, the person of Apostle Johnson Suleiman. Then they were still mounting pressure on me, trying to distract me at the conference while the ministration of our Papa was going on. And to God be the glory, after he finished ministration, I ran outside toward where his convoy were parked, and as he was coming out, I was opportune to see him. I went on my knee, and I brought out the photograph of my elder brother that was confirmed dead, and he was already in the mortuary. Then I looked at me, and he looked at the photograph, and he laid hand on the photograph of my elder brother. He laid hand on me also on my head. He laid hand on the photograph again, and he declared life. He declared life and restoration. And after Papa left, I went back home. I was just singing worship song. I engaged into worship song all throughout that night before I slept off. At about 2:30, 3 a.m. in the midnight, the story changed. I received a phone call from my mother. They started shouting that miracle has happened. Miracle has happened. Something strange has happened. I asked what happened. They said that the mortuary attendants were hearing some sound of noise exactly after 6 hours that he was being taken to the mortuary. That they were hearing some noise, some shaking, and when the mortuary attendants entered inside the mortuary, he saw my brother's hands were moving and his legs were moving, and that was how he ran back and informed the doctors on call that they should come and see what is happening at the mortuary. Doctors came, and lo and behold, they also saw that his two hands and his two legs were moving. And meanwhile, before then, I have already told my senior brother Chris that please, they should tell the mortuary attendants not to embalm him, that I'm in a program where my papa is ministering, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, that after the program, I will be coming to Benin at the hospital to see things myself, and to God be the glory. Later, from that time, they called me that he has passed away toward around 8:30 to 9 p.m. Exactly 6 hours later, which was around 2:30 to 3 a.m. in the morning, they called me that he has jacked back to life. And that was how the medical team of the hospital immediately rushed him back to the intensive care unit, and they wrote out some drugs for my brother to go to the pharmacy and get, and they bought the drugs, they administer the medication on him, and they fix him oxygen again. Lo and behold, my brother was healed, instantly healed, and he came back to life via the prayer of God's oracle. My papa and my mentor, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, after his prayer, God brought my elder brother back to life. It took place precisely on the 18th of November 2020, to be precise, and ever since then I have remained grateful to God, and that is why I use this opportunity to travel all the way from Nasarawa State down to Auchi, Edo State, at Omega Fire headquarters to testify what God did in the life of my elder brother Kingsley Irabor, that was confirmed dead at UBTH Benin, Edo State, exactly after 6 hours that they kept him in the mortuary. God brought him back to life.
The mortuary attendant was afraid and called for the doctors to confirm. The doctors confirmed that this one is back to life. Let's move him from among the dead, because he's now alive. They moved him to the emergency ward, and because life has entered him, they were able to resuscitate him before he could come back from Abuja. He did not meet the brother. He did not meet the brother dead. The brother is alive. He that was dead is now among the living. He that was dead is now among the living.
And the Lord said to Samuel, Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of everyone that heareth it shall tingle. We thank God for this family and give God the glory for this testimony. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever.